Hello, coming to you from Dallas, Texas. I went on a 10-day silent meditation retreat called Vipassana about a week and a half ago, and it was in Kaufman, Texas, which is about 30 minutes away from Dallas. And I have one of my best friends since childhood, since birth, living out here. She's in her final year of dental school, and we've seen each other once since high school for like a couple of hours, and she really is my best friend. So I just, felt like I needed to take this opportunity to go visit her, spend some time with her, see what's up. And I've been here for about a week and a half now. I'm leaving on Saturday, so it'll be 2 full weeks that I've been here. Her mom came into town with her little sister, and we went to a Nigerian party and turned up and ate jollof rice at 2 in the morning, and it was really great. And I've just taken this opportunity to just really shower her with all the love and attention and care that I possibly can. I've been making dinner every single night, healthy dinners every single night, breakfast smoothies and juices and all that kind of stuff. And it's just been really, really wonderful to just pour some love into a friend that I have loved for a long time and haven't been able to express that for a long time. But right now, I just washed my braids. I've been spending quite some time refreshing them. But I just washed them with just Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, the rose scented flavor, because that's the one that I love the most. And most of my braids are done or have been refreshed. I still have like a few, like a patch in the back, but I've been working on just thinning them out, making them a little bit lighter. And this is going to be the style for, I'm thinking like the rest of the year. Who knows? I might get sick of them, but basically what I do to maintain my braids is I just, once the hair starts overgrowing and I get like a lot of new growth, I will take the braid out, comb it out, take all the shed hair, re-moisturize, and then re-braid. So that's what I do, and that really prevents breakage, prevents further damage, because a lot of times when you let your new growth grow, it creates like a nest, and it is just a home for tangles and knots, especially when your hair is shedding. It gets trapped in dirt and all that kind of stuff. So I just like to keep my braids as clean as possible. I'm not the kind of girl who really cares about edges or like baby hairs or anything like that. So this method works for me. I never do my edges. The only thing that I would possibly do is just like lay it down with the do-rag, but I won't even use gel for that. So I have like about 4 cornrows on each side, which are probably already outgrown because I did them like a couple weeks ago, or I don't know. I did them a while ago though. And I use shea butter to seal my hair. So my hair is all shea buttered up, and that's just what I find to keep my hair the healthiest, and make sure that it's not dry. So right now I'm just going to finalize the last step. I washed my scalp. I did a lather, rinse, and repeat. Even though I don't necessarily repeat when I'm just washing my natural hair without braids, but I just like to be extra cautious to make sure that there's no dirt, no debris. And I have been working out, so what I do is I go in and I just kind of work my fingers in between every single braid. And then I rinse my hair for as long as I possibly can. Like when I think my hair is fully rinsed, I stay in a little bit longer just to make sure that everything is falling out of my hair. And right now I'm gonna do a little bit of green tea. So this is just plain green tea in a water bottle. And I'm gonna spray it on my scalp and on my hair. Green tea is really good for boosting hair growth. It's really good for stimulating shine in your hair. And because of the caffeine in it, it kind of just like awakens your hair a little bit and stimulates it, stimulates your scalp, strengthens your hair, reduces shedding. So I like to take the opportunity to focus on my hair growth when my hair is in braids, because it stays completely detangled and it stays completely stretched. So I can do all of the rinses and all of the treatments without having to worry about the detangling process, which usually is the most stressful process in my hair care. So right now I have the green tea in a bottle, and it's still a little bit warm. It's like lukewarm, which is fine because it's going to go straight into my pores. And my hair grows pretty fast when it's in braids, but I just can tell that once I start, because I've been kind of slacking on the treatments, because a lot of times you don't want your hair to grow too fast when it's in braids, because you want the style to last longer. But I'm on my second set of braids right now, although it looks exactly the same. I'm on my second set, and this is the time where I like to focus on the growth and really just let go of the look and just focus on the growth. So I'm just gonna spray my scalp. Woo, woo. All right, let me get my towel. All right, I'm gonna spray my scalp. I know that this is technically supposed to be a rinse, but I don't have time for that. So I'm just not going to use too much. And I know my hair will be just fine if I don't rinse it out. I think after this, next week, I'm going to do like an apple cider vinegar rinse. And what I like to do with the apple cider vinegar rinse is get like a huge bowl or a bucket and just let my hair sit in it for as long as I can, and work it into my scalp, work it into my hair, and just allow the vinegar to break down any type of weirdness going on in my scalp, going on in my hair, while allowing my strands to maintain moisture, because apple cider vinegar does a great job at removing dirt while keeping the natural oils, which I appreciate. So I'm gonna continue to go down and make sure that my whole scalp is covered with the green tea. But while I'm doing that, I just wanted to get on here and just talk about how important it is to take care of the people that you love. Because in this time and day and age that we live in, a lot of us, especially ones who really work hard and make a lot of sacrifices for our families, those are the ones who lack self-care the most. And a lot of times they don't even realize that they're not taking care of themselves until, you say something. And I think it's really important that if you have someone in your life that you love and you care about, and they are doing something that's detrimental to their health and their well-being, out of love and care and concern for that individual, you should be doing, everything within your power. And I say within your power because obviously, we are all living our own lives, and a lot of times, you know, you shouldn't overwhelm yourself with other people's issues. But if there's something that you can do it. And you know, it's not always about work. It's not always about your career. It's not always about, you know, the next big thing. Sometimes it's about just slowing down and looking at the people that you have around you and making sure that you're, you know, actively cultivating that relationship and actively nourishing that person and the dynamic between you two, strengthening your relationship. Sometimes you can get caught up in this, that, or the other, and there are people in your lives that you could really just pour into. You know, a lot of us have skills, a lot of us have talents, a lot of us have learned special abilities and things. Like, you know, I for one have been on a health journey and have learned a lot of really valuable things that you know, can improve your health and your well-being. And you know, I really would love to make a career out of it, and I am making a career out of it. And it's really great to help people. It's really great to impact the lives of people that you don't even know. But what good is that when, you know, the people who made you who you are not benefiting from the skills that you've learned? So, you know, whether it be that you're in fashion, or you're in the medical field, or you're in the financial industry, whatever it may be, if you have people in your life who have contributed to, you know, getting you to the place that you're at, let go of the resentment, let go of, you know, the past or whatever it may be that's holding you back from really you know, improving those people's lives. I don't think that success is anything if you can't share it with the people that you love. And I have honed in on so many different skills over the past few years that I just now really am passionate about taking the opportunity to give back to the people that I love. So that's why I've been in Dallas for so long. And I don't even have any plans of coming back to LA for a minute. So now I'm using Jamaican black castor oil. I don't typically put anything on my scalp simply because my scalp is very, very healthy. My hair is very good at creating its own natural oils, and I've just never had scalp issues. So I just don't like to mess with the balance of it. But castor oil is great, and I just poured like a nickel-sized amount on my hands, rubbed it in, and I'm just gonna give myself a quick little scalp massage to really go ahead and stimulate my scalp even further. So I'll just keep it in my hand. So this is the supply basically, and I'll rub my hands into my hair, massage my scalp, and when I've run out of oil on my fingertips, I'll go ahead and rub my hands in together, and I've got more oil on my fingertips. And basically what I do is I'll just keep massaging, keep working the oil into my hair until there's no more oil on my hands. It's honestly so important to take care of yourself. If you have any thing that you're dealing with, any type of pain, any type of discomfort, any type of like abnormality that's going on in your body and your mind, it's not something that you have to deal with. It's not something that you have to just accept as part of life. Living healthy is a part of life, and healing is a part of life. Not dealing with chronic pain or chronic illness, that is not something that you should have to accept. And there's just so many people out here who just accept pain and who just accept discomfort, and why? It only gets worse. And it's just sad because we live in a society that tells us that we must work hard and we must, make money, and we must focus on our career and stay in school and all these kinds of things. Get the car, pay rent, make sure that your bills are paid on time, and, socialize and consume. But there isn't kind of like a mainstream idea that our souls must be nourished and our well-being comes first. And that is just so sad to me, especially when I see people who avoid going to the doctor because they can't miss work or they can't miss school and all those kinds of things. And it's just like so backwards to me. Why is it that your life may be on the line and all you can think about is a paper or clocking in on time? That's just, it's sad, it's backwards, and unfortunately too many of us are living in this crazy cycle of that mindset where we can't break away from the lives that we've created ourselves in order to, experience life in a real way. So I just got a little bit more castor oil, and I'm just gonna go in my edges and my the crown of my head, because those are the most sensitive areas of my hair. So I'm gonna go in and just kind of plaster that on. So now I'm gonna brush my edges. This is a curved brush, just a regular brush, but the bristles are kind of hard, which I like. So I'm gonna brush my edges back. And then usually what I do when I want to lay down my braids, like for real, I will tie it into a ponytail just to make sure that it stays tight, and then I'll even pull the individual braids through to make sure that the hair is laying flat. But since I just refreshed my braids, I don't need to do all of that. My hair is already laying flat. So I'm just gonna grab my velveteen do-rag and tie it on my head. I'll show you guys how I tie my do-rag. So I keep the flap or the front part kind of like in the middle of my forehead because I'm gonna pull it back. And then I take the two straps, wrap it around, and I like to just keep it, very neat. Tie it a little bit tight. I pull it. Not too tight though, because I get headaches when it's too tight, and it really doesn't need to be that tight. It's gonna do its job as long as everything is flat. I'm just gonna tie it in a nice little bow in the back, and then I'm gonna loosen that bow even more. and just straighten out the straps in the front. Make sure that it's laying flat. And then I'm going to take this part, I guess you could call it the tongue of the do-rag. Take the tongue of the do-rag and pull it down, just to make sure that this part is laying as flat as possible. So that's what pulling that does. Pull it down, and as you can see, the do-rag is slightly moving forward up my forehead. And I like when it does that because it actually helps to push the edges back and make sure that they're laying flat. So once the tongue has been pulled as tautly as possible, making sure that your do-rag is not too tight, because my hair is wet, so I'm probably gonna keep this on all day. If my hair was damp, I might have just kept it on for a few hours. Because I'm wearing it all day, I'm gonna be sitting out in the sun a little bit. I do not want it to be tight at all. And I personally am not a huge fan of having the do-rag just hang out like this. So I'm going to roll it on both ends. And then I'm going to take the knot that I'll start over. So this is the knot that we tied. And I'm rolling it on both ends. And this is going to cover up the knot that we tied. So make sure that it's tucked in. Pull it down. And then I'm going to tie a simple, like 1/2 of a knot, like so. And then I tuck in both sides. So I'm gonna get both sides and just tuck it in. And just tuck it in like so. And then I pull my ears out, because my ears start to hurt if they're in there. And it also helps to loosen the do-rag even more. So there you have it. How to quickly refresh your braids. I will take this down later on tonight, or I might even do it tomorrow morning, just so I don't sleep and then ruin everything that I did. But I also just wanted to take the time out to just spread a message of take care of the people you love. And if you are someone who has people in your life that love you unconditionally, and you're not taking care of yourself and you're letting your health slack, just know that you're not just hurting yourself. You are doing a disservice to yourself. You're doing a disservice to your family, your friends, your loved ones, you know, people who want to share more time with you, share more experiences with you. And if you're not your best self, you know, you're just reducing the quality of time that you have on this earth. And our lives are a blessing, and we're meant to live in a way that allows us to learn and allows us to grow. And, you know, you could be excelling on one aspect of your life, but if your health is not a priority, you're not, it's like trying to sail across the world in a ship that has a hole in it. You know, you may not make it to your final destination. You just might sink the ship. Or you know, it might take longer because you're spending all this time and energy making repairs and taking pit stops and all these kinds of things. So just make sure that your vessel, your spaceship, your boat, your car, your engine, whatever you want to call it, is, you know, moving smoothly. And if there's anything that you can do, whether it is, you know, drink a little bit more water every single day, or, you know, brush your teeth and floss twice a day, or eat more fruits, or, you know, eat a salad every now and then, or, you know, move your body, exercise, meditate, de-stress, whatever it takes, you know, to make sure that your vessel is strong enough and equipped enough to get you to those, to get you to that destination, to fulfill your vision, to fulfill your purpose. Take care of the people you love, take care of yourself, live well, and thank you for watching. And I hope you learned a thing or two about braid maintenance, because that is my favorite hairstyle in the whole entire world. And I will, you know, keep you guys updated with more information and knowledge about self-growth, peace, love, happiness, and see you on the flip side.